Another version of you could seriously exist in a parallel universe. Hey, check this one out, guys. This is dope. So for one of my papers for school, I'm studying free will. And so respectively, I'm diving into a lot of quantum mechanics, a lot of the sciences that are kind of explaining how it is that decision-making and probability really works. And so respectively, I'm learning about some interesting shit when it comes to the different theories relating to what could actually be going on in our world, and rather how expansive the world could actually be. I'm gonna do this quick and efficiently, but through quantum mechanics, I'm going to show you how there is a very high probability that there is another version of you in a parallel universe whose actions and personality and characteristics are very linked to your own. So I'm going to start this off with a very basic crash course on quantum mechanics, all right? Very, very simple. So essentially, we understand that when it comes to quantum mechanics, it's theoretically supposed to apply to the entire universe, but it becomes unequivocally true when we look at very tiny things. So let's take an electron for an example. The old school way of understanding reality was through classical mechanics, which said, okay, you have an electron, that electron has a location and a place in time and space, and it has a velocity. There's a speed at which it's moving and it's transporting forward, all right? Quantum mechanics says that no, this is inaccurate, that an electron does not have a specific location. It moves in a wave function, and that wave function is like a formula that can be utilized to make future predictions. So okay, super simple so far. We have an electron and it follows a wave function. So it means that it obeys a particular set of rules, like it follows an equation, the Schrodinger's equation, but it's all predictable, it's all understandable, we're all good to go. But here's the part where shit gets crazy, is that the whole premise, the whole major conundrum of quantum mechanics is that when you look at the electron, the set of rules it abides by changes. Meaning, while the wave function is saying one thing, you're only observing part of the wave function. So let me give you a really easy example to bring this all home. So let's say an electron is moving through a vertical magnetic field, which means that the electron can only spin upwards or it can spin downwards, because electrons spin just like the Earth does. So it can either spin upwards or spin downwards. There's no other choices. And the wave function says that both possibilities are possible. Both exist within the wave function, because the electron can be in superposition of both. So it can be spin up or spin down, or a combination of both. And so even though that exists in the wave function, we only observe it spinning in one way. That's weird as hell, because we can measure the fact that it spins both ways within the wave function, but we're only able to observe it spin one way. Why is what I'm measuring different than what I'm seeing? Why am I only seeing one half of the potentialities when the wave function says that both potentialities exist? And this is the basis of multiple worlds theory, which says that the wave function is correct. It does spin both upwards and downwards. And also, your vision is correct. You only saw it spin upwards. And so what this theory is saying is that you saw one half of the wave function, but there is another you in another parallel universe that's observing the other half. That is why you exist in the reality in which all of the electrons are spinning upwards, and that other version of you is observing all of the electrons that spin downwards. And so both are true, but they're just different universes. And that right there is multiple worlds theory. Want to learn about this? Look up the famous physicist Sean Carroll, and this is also deeply embedded in the work of Albert Einstein. But this is very much saying the fact that there could be another you, that there's a strong likelihood, and in fact, even though we don't know this for sure, there's a high probability for it. So how could that influence you? Think about the fact that there could be another you with linked behaviors, with similar characteristics. Freaky, I know. Love y'all, and that's your mindfuck for the day. Peace.